Madden 25 is finally out for early access. So I'm gonna start this off the best way I possibly can. We are gonna be rebuilding the lowest overall team in the game, the New York Giants, at a 78 overall, who are also tied with the Arizona Cardinals and the Packers for some reason. But our goal today is gonna be turning this from the lowest overall team in the league to the highest by the end of this, which might sound hard, but I think it is possible. But we're also gonna see how many Super Bowls we can win with this team, if any, because this is Madden after all. And also be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy. If we can get to 3,000 likes on the video, whenever we hit that goal, it'll let me know y'all want to see another one of the worst team rebuilds. So be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Sounds weird, but it really does help out the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like Madden 25 rebuilds, or if, you think you will, that's literally all I'm going to be doing on the channel. Trying to hit 100K by the end of the year, which thanks again for 60K. And you know what? I'll say shout out to Aiden for the suggestion of this video, but be sure to let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down in the comments, because there's a good chance I'll eventually do it. And very last thing, be sure to turn on notifications for the channel, because tomorrow I also have something super fun and possibly even more challenging than this coming out tomorrow. But without further ado, let's get into the first rebuild of Madden 25. And let me rearrange this depth chart real quick. I obviously make my own ratings. Why is Allen Robinson still a 77? I need to get my custom rosters done ASAP. But I guess one of the biggest questions with this team is, how is Daniel Jones gonna play? And I guess a better question is, who are we gonna replace him with? Because let's be real, he's probably not gonna work out, especially only at a 71 overall. That's crazy. So unless he does insanely well, we'll obviously have to find a new quarterback, probably through the draft. But all right, enough yapping. Let's finally get into this thing. And honestly, let's just get straight to the midseason point of year one, unless we have any scenarios. I guess we'll see. But all right, this sounds threatening. I'm immediately being told to, be careful what I say. Is this just a pre-scenario? Like, we're gonna get asked about position battles. Oh, yo, these cutscenes, these go kind of hard. You should be having a tight end position battle. Which stat? I don't know. Oh, we're timed really quick. Yards. Do we have to commit to this? Like, whatever we pick, we have to start? Whoever has the most receiving yards? No more questions. You came out and asked me one question? That was the whole press conference? One question. Yeah, who's gonna win your tight end battle? Whoever has the most yards. All right, thanks. I came out there for that? Whatever. I thought it was gonna be like a whole rapid fire, like 5 questions. Who's winning this? Who's winning this? Who's winning this? But whatever. Oh, okay, here we go. Right end position battle. Who are the we're the Giants. We got Raheem Nunez Roches, or however you say his name, and okay, I think that's who I'm gonna get. God, this D-line, other than Dexter Lawrence, is so bad. Maybe I should be less worried about Daniel Jones and more worried about this D-line. I mean, at least we have Dexter Lawrence, though. That's rough, though. And our position battle's complete. Did that say tight end? I thought it said right end. Am I blind? Yes, I think Theo Johnson, the one with the dev trade, is the one I'm gonna start. Trust earned. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. I really like that. This is gonna be my first reaction to most things. I like to go into these videos with like no information on the game, just because I think it's more fun to react to it when I actually get to playing it. But I really, really like that. That's cool. And we have a defensive coordinator storyline. I don't know what this is gonna be. A team culture speech. God, y'all are putting so much pressure on me already. I guess I'll say, what should I focus on? Being physical or explosive? I don't know. Oh no, it's time for another. Oh no, this is a meeting. A one sentence meet. Oh no, it is a team meeting. Okay. You know what? Let's put it on Daniel Jones. That's like the funniest option I could pick. I want us to be explosive on off. Why was that so hard for me to read? That's how we'll play all season. +3 boost for the entire season in acceleration and hit power. Defenders only? But Daniel Jones was the one who made the decision. Why is it defenders only? I don't know. I guess that's fine. Definitely bet there's a meta to pick there, like the best pick you could make. I guess we'll find it out as we go on, probably. Okay, well, at the midseason, we are 4-3 with the worst roster in the league, or tied for it. All right, seems like the simulation still is not any different, but that's fine. But we already have some re-signings, of course. Ooh, we have some interesting ones. I don't know if we're gonna bring many of these players back, honestly. Like, who would we? I guess if we want to be realistic, we should bring some of them back. But honestly, like, what if I just don't want them? We'll say it's a new coaching staff. The Giants got rid of Brian Dable, added Mikey McDing, which, don't even get me started on that. You cannot have McDingle as a last name anymore. Why? That made me so mad when I tried to put it in and it said, this is profane. Like, what do you mean? I'm angry to start this off. I don't know why. So I guess we're gonna be, he's gonna live on in spirit as Mikey McDing. McDingle, but he will be Mikey McDing for now on, or from now on. Anyways, what was I saying? The Giants brought in a new head coach. That's what I was getting at. So we'll let some of these guys go. I would re-sign Darius Slayton if he was interested, but he's not. I guess I'll bring Isaiah Simmons back. I still will keep saying this. I think he needs to be a safety. He's so bad against the run, but 3 years, 14 mils, pretty cheap. He takes it. And honestly, for now, everyone is either like replaceable or not interested. So I think he's our only re-signing for now, at least. So very tame mid-season. Oh, and I guess we have a new storyline text message. Oh, do we just get these every week? I don't know. It was just saying their running back will have success against our D-line. Oh, I keep forgetting we get brought into a room. I keep thinking that was the end of it. I was like, okay, let's talk about the Steelers. Ew, why do their mouths look weird? I don't know. I'm such a hater. I don't know. Sure, plus block shed. Does that really matter? Does it do anything in simulation? I don't know. You know what? I care so little that I'm not even gonna see what happens there. Let's just get to the end of the year. Also, I just noticed we're coming off a win against the Eagles. The week before that, though, we got beat 56-9 against the Bengals. What? Are the Bengals good at least? I mean, they're 4-3. So are we. They got over a quarter of their total season points in that game alone. That's crazy. But okay, in year one, with what was a 78 overall team at the start of the year. Again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but the worst team in the league, at least tied for it. We somehow finish 9-8 and make the playoffs. Okay, we still finished 9-8 despite losing to the Colts and the Eagles in back-to-back weeks. So we were 9-6 at one point. What was our schedule? How? What? We got beat 38-0 by the Commanders. We won against the Saints, Ravens, and Falcons back-to-back, and then lost to the Colts and Eagles. Did simulation get worse? This was an interesting season, but we are already going to be in our first playoff game here. We have an early season reporter interview. What does that mean? Oh, the thing I promised to at the beginning of the year. Well, we'll see if that hit. I promised that we would get 175 total catches between our receivers. Oh, and it actually happened? I did not think that. I just didn't think we would be pass heavy enough. That's actually huge. We get 2,500 XP for each receiver, which is amazing because we do have a lot of good receivers. Or well, I can't really say that, but good young receivers. Malik Neighbors only has star dev in this game? Really? That's crazy. But yeah, the 2,500 XP is huge for him. Also, Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson. He actually gets an upgrade point from that. Let's see, what else are our dev traits? Theo Johnson has star. That makes sense. I feel like they have Theo Johnson rated a little high, but we won't get into that conversation. Tyler Nubin also has star, and Andrew Phillips also has star. Okay, so no superstar rookies, but maybe we can gain some dev traits in the offseason. We'll see. And then we have a defensive coordinator message here. Okay, their defensive tackles are a problem. I would agree. Jalen Carter, yeah. Oh, we get, I'll say pass block power. That's cool. Is it just a temporary boost, or is it a permanent boost for John Michael Schmitz? It looks like just a temporary boost. I guess that's still better than nothing. That should hopefully help because he's a 62 overall pass blocker. But let's go super quick over our season stats. So Daniel Jones, okay. So 3,300 yards, fine, whatever. 23 touchdowns, but 16 interceptions. Well, I'll just tell y'all I set quarterback as our focus position for the draft. But Devin Singletary, 1,100 yards, 4.1 per carry, 6 touchdowns. I think if he can stay healthy in real life, he will. He could have a year something like this. I feel like he's a pretty good player. I also like Tyrone Tracy though, but 2.9 yards per carry. Not amazing. But Jalen Hyatt was our leading receiver. Weird. Okay, so I set Malik Neighbors as the slot because that's usually the spot that gets the most production in Madden for receivers. If you put him as the slot and you're number one, but apparently that didn't happen here. He still got good production. 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's really good for a rookie, but I wanted him to be the number one. But we'll see if Hyatt can get star dev. Probably not, but we'll see. Slayton was okay, and Theo Johnson, 500 yards, not bad. But the blocking, John Michael Schmitz allowed 9 sacks. That's rough. Andrew Thomas surprisingly didn't do horrible. I thought he would because he's a good overall. Evan Neal did better than he probably should have. Overall, the line was better than I expected. And then Bobby Okereke led the team with 117 tackles. TFL's 13 for Lawrence, 11 for Thibodeau, 10 for a couple players. And sacks, 9 for Brian Burns, 8.5 for Lawrence, only 5 for Thibodeau though. But interceptions, ooh, 3 for Tyler Nubin as a rookie. He only had 1 pass deflection though, but 3 picks. That's crazy. But 2 for Isaiah Simmons and then 1 for 4 different players. Andrew Phillips had a really good rookie year too. 1 pick and 9 pass deflections. We'll take it. But for yearly awards, I was hoping it would be a little different. I mean, I guess I can't complain too much because these are like some of the best QBs MVPs in real life, but Mahomes wins MVP here. At least it's not Dak Prescott every single year. You know what? He wasn't even up here. Thank the Lord. I thought, especially because we were rebuilding a division rival of the Cowboys, he would win MVP every year, but he isn't even up here. It's a breath of fresh air. But Josh Jacobs wins Offensive Player of the Year. That's interesting. Zeke up there. The ghost of Ezekiel Elliott at number 7. That's something. Rashawn Gary wins Defensive Player of the Year. These are interesting. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, it goes to Caleb Williams. That's fair. Malik Neighbors at 2. I don't know if Caleb Williams was beatable here because he was up there for MVP. So no matter how good Neighbors did, he probably wouldn't have won it. So that's fine. Theo Johnson at number 7. But Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess it could be Tyler Nubin. It's probably going to be someone like, it's probably going to be an off-ball linebacker or an edge rusher or something. Oh, it's Byron Murphy. That would never happen. Even if he played the best, he wouldn't. If Devin Witherspoon didn't win it last year, then that would be hard. But Tyler Nubin all the way down at 6? Andrew Phillips up there at number 10? I thought he would be at least like top 3, but Jared Verse and Braden Fisk were also up there for the Rams. Dallas Turner, I was gonna guess him, but I just didn't think he would get enough playing time, but apparently he did. So definitely an interesting rookie year, or first year, I guess rookie year for Mikey McDingle. He definitely ain't a rookie though, he's a legend. Now with a different name, unfortunately. But we are gonna be taking on our division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card, who didn't even get a first round bye despite going 14-3. But all right, enough yapping. Let's simulate this game and let's see what happens against the Eagles. We lost, I think. Did we lose? Where does it say your results for the last game? It says wild card we played the Eagles. I mean, I see we lost. We don't have a game for the divisional here. Where does it say the score? Am I blind? I see bottom right it shows Bears Buccaneers. I don't know. We lost, apparently. We lost 21-7. That's probably fair. The Eagles are much better on paper. But let's get into the first offseason here. My very first of Madden 25. And let's see what we can do. Probably not going to be too busy of an offseason in terms of free agency, but could be. We'll see. There are so many storylines. Every week there are at least 2. What's this one? Offseason workouts. Ooh. So I guess you get to pick which player you want to train? I'll go Andrew Thomas. They told you. Are we going to cut him? That's what it looks like. I accidentally somehow skipped over what he said, but I didn't hold down the button. I just tapped it. I guess work on pass and run block technique. Why? Oh, which one of these is best to go with? Okay, well, he didn't like that, apparently. He said, I don't agree. All right, whatever. I don't know what to do there. And then we have another press conference. We're really getting a lot of interviews in. Make sure we win the draft. Definitely that. That's my plan. What does that mean? What do you think that means? Make good picks. Draft a difference 80 plus overall in the first 3 rounds. I'm gonna go with 75 plus in 5 to 7. Neither of those sounds super easy. These are some intense, like, storylines. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. But let's see. For the rest of our re-signings, we'll pick up the 5th year for Kayvon Thibodeau. It's only 7 mil. Definitely pick that up. But Darius Slayton, we have Neighbors, Hyatt, and Wan'Dale Robinson, so I think we're gonna let Darius Slayton go. Same with Azeez Ojulari. He just doesn't really play much. He's replaceable. Evan Neal, he played well last year, but I still, nuh-uh. Jason Pinnock, if he was interested, I would bring him back, but he isn't at all. And then everyone else is mostly just depth. So let's get into free agency here. I think there are at least 2 positions, maybe 3 that I want to address, but it all depends on who's available. Ooh, wait a minute. Charvarius Ward is here. One of the positions I was thinking of was corner. The other one was interior O-line and obviously D-line because it's just Dexter Lawrence and nobody else. We also do need a safety. We could bring Julian Love back. Wait, the Seahawks, didn't they give him a 3-year deal? Oh, I think the rosters are a little outdated in terms of contracts and everything. But Charvarius Ward, I'd be down to give him a 3-year, 57 mil deal. That's a really big first signing to make. I didn't think we were going to do anything like this in year 1, but that would be worth it. I mean, even Nick Bolton is here, Amari Cooper. This is interesting. Unfortunately, though, this is not a very good free agent D-line class. So I think that's just something we'll draft. I don't want to draft it too high because we already have, Dexter Lawrence, but maybe like round 3 or something. But we're just going to go for 2 players in the secondary, Charvarius Ward and Jeremy Chin. Maybe unnecessary signings because you can pretty easily draft DBs in this game, but I don't want to have to rely on that. So, I mean, at least more so with Jeremy Chin. Ward is better than anyone we could draft, obviously. obviously, but with Jeremy Chin, even if we do find someone good in the draft, he's only 6 mil per year. Like, that's not horrible. So we'll see if these two players do want to sign. It looks like both sign, and we do get both of them. That's huge. So, I mean, we're definitely still going to have our work cut out for us in the draft, but that definitely makes this defense much better. And, I mean, imagine if we can get even one, like, good D lineman. This defense could be insane. So we'll see what we can do in the draft. Okay, now here in the draft, we're in an interesting position. Really interesting. So, obviously, the main thing we want is a quarterback this year. And we got lucky in a way. It is a good class. It's happening. Wait, what? I have it paused. Huh? Why is it going? What? Okay, I didn't want the #1 pick to go, but thankfully it wasn't the player I wanted. Okay, I think it's paused now. The clock wasn't ticking though. I thought it was paused and I have that set in my settings. I had the draft timer off. Whatever. I was gonna trade up there. I'm all over the place. Let me show y'all what the plan is. So for quarterbacks, there is one guy we really want, and that is Bill Kershaw. A top 5 talent. Definitely has his flaws though. Only C-throw on the run and play action. B medium accuracy. This guy really doesn't look like a top 5 talent, but he is. Some of those A ratings must just be really good. There is also Kenny Sullivan, a first-round talent, but he has D short accuracy? That's really weird, but okay. So obviously we want one of those two QBs, but we are definitely going to have to trade up to land one of those two, which is going to be very expensive and maybe too expensive for us to reasonably do, unfortunately. I would hope the Broncos won't take one because obviously they just drafted Bo Nix, but I guess this will be the real test of if Madden's draft logic is better or what. Not that Bo Nix was great. He definitely wasn't. I just don't know if we can afford that. Trading up from like 20 something to 2, not with how many needs we still have on the team. It is Kershaw. Why does he look like that? Dude built like Grimace or something. What? I just think we should let the board fall to us. Is that boring though? Maybe. Oh, here's another test of the draft logic. So obviously the Falcons drafted Michael Penix last year, or I guess this year, but it would be next year here, or no, last year. It would be last year here, this year in real life. That's what I'm trying to say. So will they draft another QB? I don't think they did. I don't remember the other guy's name. I guess I should have. No, they picked a pass rusher. The Texans obviously won't pick one. The Lions, I would assume, won't pick one. You know what? We could be in a spot to trade up. Sullivan is projected to go at number 6, and we are at pick 6. You know what? It's gonna be so expensive, but that just might be too expensive. We would probably have to give up our first next year, and we're just not in a spot to do that. I mean, it'll be a big waste of time if we don't do it, but we just can't. We'll just get to our pick. He went at number 8 to the Browns. Interesting. Ooh, and this is something I've wanted for a long time. You can sort by grades now. Thank the Lord. I always really hated to have to go through each player to try to find, you know, one with a certain trait, but now you can just sort by who has the best in the class. Good. But you know what? I don't really see anyone here that I love, honestly. It would be a little underwhelming after all that to just trade down, but it might be the right call, because I would rather just trade down, obviously, than reach with my first ever pick in Madden 25. I feel like that's pretty sound logic there. Why is throw power listed for corners? What? That's interesting. But let's trade back. Let's trade back to about 30. Oh, okay. Bears have pick 30, the first team I've done. Wait, the Bears have pick 30. They were in the conference championship already? That's interesting. But all right, we're going to steal a second round pick to move down to 30. And here, I'm going to need to learn how to draft well, because unless it's different than last year, I still do not see anybody great here at positions we like remotely need. You know what? Let's go with Ronnie Waddle. We at least know he is a first to second round talent, and he had a crazy combine, as most players in this game do. 40 bench reps, ran a 4.88. I spent so long thinking about this pick. Honestly, he doesn't even look great, but we know he's at least a fair pick here. I don't think I would pick him if I didn't know for sure he was a first to second round talent, just because like the awareness isn't great. He doesn't have any A ratings other than tackle, which I guess that's at least one. Just a crazy combine. But he doesn't even have any elite traits. Like, how is a 4.88 not elite for someone who's 317 pounds? Like, that's crazy, but we'll take him. Scouting report A, B, what is it? Oh, it tells you true value again. Thank the Lord. We picked him at 30, ranked 24, so that was a good pick. Hidden dev, good first pick. We didn't reach. I'm happy about that. I thought that was gonna be like the worst first pick out of anyone who's done a video on Madden 25 so far, but that wasn't bad. We'll take it. But now in the second round, let's see, can you still find like 80 overall linemen in the second-ish round? John Barker looks pretty good. Really good pass blocker from what I can tell. And even even an okay run blocker, which is usually what you want to look for with pass blockers. He has solid strength. You know what? I still think he might be worth the pick. He had 34 bench reps, and that's only solid. I think he's going to be the pick here. We'll just fix the trenches, which, you know, if you can't find a quarterback, that's probably the second best thing you can do to set yourself up for a quarterback next year and be able to put them in a really good, you know, position to succeed. So we'll take him. Was ranked 40 and we got him at 52. Okay, we're getting like good picks. Nothing crazy yet, but normal dev, that's fine. I'm definitely going to need to relearn how to draft. It seems the same, but for some reason the way it's laid out throws me off. I don't know why. And you know what? We might later on take one of these, you know, day 3 talent QBs and see if we can luck into a dev trait. Probably Godwin, because he's only 21, but Dixon's already 23. So we'll see if we can take Godwin later, just to gamble there. But honestly, what else do we really need? I mean, there are positions where we don't have a great player yet, which we're gonna have to fix through free agency, but there really isn't much else we can upgrade through the draft here. We're already pretty solid, surprisingly. I might look for a receiver just for fun. What's our scheme fit? I think it's deep threat, maybe. I kind of like either Daniel or Stanley Goldstein or Jarrell Clayton. Oh, okay, I definitely like Stanley Goldstein. Elite speed and acceleration. He ran a 4.31 and a 4.27 at his pro day. Yeah, let's take him. Ranked number 9. That's not him. Wait a minute. That's not who that is up there. Why does everyone look so wide, too? Like, what's that stance? Why is... I'm being such a harsh critic over small things today. No dev trait. That sucks. But also, to be a harsh critic again, picking the 19th best player at number 62 is only a B? Getting basically a mid-first round talent in the late second seems pretty great to me. Not just good, but good pick. Wish he had a dev trait. What can you do? But let's see. I'll show one more pick here. I could show our 4th round pick. I just worry I've been, you know, in this draft for too long. Let's see. We could go for another D lineman if there's a good one, which there might not be. Ooh, wait a minute. Chris Charles, B awareness, A finesse moves, B block shed. Also Anthony Cotton, B awareness, B play rec, A finesse moves, A to C hit power. Are any of them crazy athletes? Oh, they're both speed. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they're speed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. I confused myself. I thought we were still on the defensive ends. Ooh, okay. Anthony Cotton has elite acceleration and speed and then solid strength. Chris Charles has great acceleration, elite speed, and good strength. Who's younger? Charles? All right, I think we'll go Charles, especially because he does also have the better block shed. Plus, he's only 21. He ran a 4.76. All right, we'll take him. Ooh, wait, that wasn't a very good pick. Ranked 97, we got him at 84. So that wasn't great, but that gives me a B+? What is it? What do you mean? Is it just because we needed it so bad? But I don't know. That wasn't a great pick. Maybe he'll go up at defensive end because he is fast and more of a pass rusher. We'll see. But let's get to the end of our first draft and we will see how we did. But okay, here's a draft recap. We definitely didn't hit the goal. We didn't hit either of the goals of getting an 80+ in the first round or a 75+ day 3, or I guess 5 to 7. So that's tough. But, you know, this was a good draft. Every pick was technically good. One of them was like a slight reach in Chris Charles, but even he isn't bad at a 72. But Ronnie Waddle, our first round pick, 75 overall with the hidden dev, probably would go down in overall at defensive end, like considerably. I think he'll go down to a 73. Where does it, wait, oh, I just revealed his dev trait, oops. Does it not tell you the overall anymore before you switch him? That's lame. Oh, he goes down to a 72. Okay, I don't think we'll do that. We might move Lawrence because I don't think he goes down that much. I guess we'll find out though. But Barker's a 74. Goldstein is a 76. He's the best player we got. I guess we knew that though. Chris Charles is 72. And then I also grabbed Harry Godwin. I almost forgot, which was a bad pick. He was ranked like 117. We got him at like 90 something. I don't know what the numbers were, but pick 420. That's hilarious, obviously, but no dev trait, sadly. We still could start him if we want to get a little silly and goofy here. You know what? Daniel Jones wasn't very good. Should we? I mean, what's really the worst case scenario if we start him? He sucks and we get a good draft pick? Like, I mean, the best case scenario is we found our QB of the future in the late 4th round with pick 420. That would be awesome. And I mean, he has 96 throw power. If we're talking real life terms, this is a high upside prospect here. I mean, he's not very fast, but we might have to start him. But let's get into year 2. Long year 1, of course. I mean, it's a brand new game. Getting used to it. I don't know what the CPU's draft strategy was. Just front 7, and that's it. That's literally it. 2 defensive ends and 2 outside linebackers. Whatever. Let's get into year 2, and let's see how the team's looking. And we'll go through the, like, millions of scenarios we get. Or what are they called now? I don't remember. We'll see. Storylines, that's what they are. Madden's overalls are interesting. Jerome Ford and Chuba Hubbard are the same overall. I mean, I know they've changed here a little bit. Maybe one's developed more than the other, but I have Hubbard at like a 72. I have Ford at like a 70 or an 82, and I have Ford at like a 73 or something like that. I'm excited to make my custom rosters pretty soon. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it was going to let me set a custom contract. It looks like it would be an option. You see how it's white? I was thinking it would let me set a custom deal, but all right, we'll sign him. That's fine. But here we are heading into year 2. Already off to a bad start. We're playing with -10 morale because I apparently answered a question wrong. It was like, what was it? It was like, choose a player that you think has been a camp standout. And for some reason it was like, that's not what you said earlier. And then -10 morale. I don't remember exactly what it said, but I just must have misunderstood what it was asking because I thought it was just going to be like, who do you want to give some XP here? And I picked Godwin, but apparently that was the wrong answer. I don't know. I'll have to read that closer next time I see it. So rough start, but we're up to an 82 overall, looking good, 81 offense and an 85 defense. This D-line went from horrible, well, not horrible because we had Dexter Lawrence, but outside of Dexter Lawrence, horrible, to now pretty good with a lot of upside. Again, outside of Dexter Lawrence, obviously it's really good including him, but we definitely upgraded the other positions is what I'm trying to say. Also for dev traits, we gained a few. Burns went up to X Factor, Simmons went up to Star. I think that was about it, but still better than nothing. But this is going to be a really interesting year. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we were much worse than last year, but honestly, I kind of want that to happen. We really need like a high draft pick. So maybe that can happen, we'll see. But let's get to the midseason point of year 2, and we will see how this team does now with a new quarterback. And again, like I said, worst case scenario, we suck and get a high draft pick. Best case scenario, Godwin hits, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Like, we'll see what happens. Sounds crazy, but it is possible. But okay, at the midseason, we are once again 4-3. Coming off again, or a win against the Lions? We beat the Commanders, that's fine, that makes sense, which in my custom rosters, the Commanders are the lowest overall team in the game. But we beat the Lions? That's crazy. Also, the Chiefs are only 3-3 here. This is an interesting simulation in back-to-back years. So maybe that means things are going well at the quarterback position. I guess we'll find out at the end of the year. I'm still gonna set quarterback as our focus position just out of fear, but who knows, we might not need one. Honestly, if we continue at this rate, we're not gonna be in a position to draft a good one anyways. Like if we get close to making the playoffs or even make the playoffs again, I wouldn't imagine there are gonna be too many good quarterbacks by the time we pick. I still think I'm gonna leave it at quarterback because if we do fall off in the second half of the year, more than likely it'll be because of quarterback play. I don't know, this is such a weird situation to be in. But I mean, our other option is safety out of our scouts, and we don't need safety. But for re-signings, Evan Neal, he's actually been good somehow. Yeah, he's been really good from, at least for a Madden standpoint, that's some of the best right tackle play I've seen. To put it in context, no spoilers for the last Madden 24 video I did, the one that came out yesterday. Jordan Mailata had a season where he allowed 18 sacks. Jordan Mailata, I think he allowed 3 in real life this last year. So just to put in context there. We also signed David Ojabo out of free agency. Honestly, you know what? We can re-sign Wan'Dale Robinson. He's cheap. We'll go 3 years, 16.2 mil. He takes it. But I'm not really desperate to get anyone here back. Micah McFadden is cheap. I guess we'll see if he takes player friendly. 3 years, 12. He doesn't take it. Honestly, also what I could have done is instead of signing Jeremy Chin, I could have just moved Simmons to safety and then started McFadden, but we probably won't be able to bring McFadden back anyways, so whatever. Yeah, we still haven't really had too many important re-signings though. Nothing crazy at least. So that probably means all of our big re-signings are gonna come in the same year, unfortunately. But let's get to the end of year number 2 and we will see how this team finishes. Okay, we finish 9-8 again and we make the playoffs again, facing a division rival in the wild card again. That's crazy. But how have we been so good so far? Well, actually, we have a pretty good overall team now. We're up to an 85 already. Just out of curiosity, where does that rank? I love that they did the layout like this. This is one of my favorite changes. So you don't have to scroll through each team. You can just see all of them laid out here. But I don't know where an 85 ranks. It looks like we're somewhere in the middle because there are some teams that are like 4 overall better than us, like the Ravens are an 89, but there's some teams that are only like an 81, like the Cardinals. And we started as the same overall, so we're doing well so far. Who was it was the Packers. They were, okay, they're also an 85 with us. I almost wonder if they were like mislabeled. I don't know. Because the fact they were only a 78 was crazy to me. Wait, what? What did that say? Oh, 2024 record 6-11. I thought it said our record this year was 6-11. Okay, I was confused. Hey, we actually deserve to be in the playoffs this year though, so I'm happy about that. But let's check out some of our dev traits. Anything good? I mean, I guess we really only had one, huh? That's kind of rough, but Waddle only has star. That's fine. He's already up to a 79, so that's cool. Still, we're dealing with negative morale. I might just avoid some scenarios if I don't know what I'm doing with them, because that can really screw us over. I guess it really didn't here though, but I don't know. It's not fun to look at a bunch of players with a negative morale. But let's go quick through the season stats. Godwin was okay. 3,300 yards, 23 touchdowns, 19 picks. Similar year to Daniel Jones last year. A little worse, but player tags QB of the future. I don't know about that, bud, but we'll see. But Devin Singletary, we just ran the ball a million times. 1,300 yards, 4 per carry, 8 touchdowns. You know, maybe in free agency, we should invest in a better running back if we're going to be this run heavy, because Devin Singletary's good, but he's only getting 4 yards a carry, which is fine. That's like the baseline, like arguably the minimum baseline. But imagine 323 carries with someone getting like 5 yards per carry. We'll see if there's someone available, but Malik Neighbors, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. This is what I wanted him to do last year. Also, Goldstein, 800 yards, but only 1 touchdown. We're not even going to be close for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But for blocking, Andrew Thomas, you know, still probably a lot more sacks than he allowed in real life, but I was expecting worse. Evan Neal wasn't great, though. 8 from right tackle, that's pretty bad, even for Madden. I mean, that's not bad for Madden, but it's really bad for real life. Barker at guard was fine, and then John Michael Schmitz and John Runyon were both good. Then Simmons led the team with 113 tackles, TFLs 14 for Burns and Thibodeau, 11 for Lawrence. But sacks? 11.5 for Lawrence, that's cool. 5.5 for Burns and 4.5 for Thibodeau. That's rough. 4 for Waddle as a rookie, that's cool, but what's happening here? I don't know. But interceptions, 4 for Isaiah Simmons led the team, 2 for Ward, and then 1 for like 5 different players. Really weird year. But MVP goes to Lamar. JJ McCarthy up there. Dak is back. Oh no. But obviously no Giants. Offensive player of the year goes to Brandon Ayuk. Probably not gonna get traded after all the, well, now that I say that, he's definitely gonna get traded, but I figured when I was seeing all the rumors, it seems like there are always rumors of big players getting traded, but 90% of them end up just staying with the team they're on, and it seems like Brandon Ayuk is probably gonna be that situation, but we'll see. But nobody up here for defensive player of the year. No Dexter Lawrence. There's DeMarcus Lawrence, but whatever. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Stephen Cole for the Saints. Goldstein at number 3. Godwin at 7, so definitely no dev traits there. And then Waddle at number 8 for defensive rookie of the year. So no awards this year, not even anybody close. I guess Goldstein was kind of close, but not really. So we are definitely still going to be drafting a QB this year if we can. I mean, Godwin developed a little bit, but definitely not enough to convince me to stick with him. I mean, we could even sign a QB if we're not confident that we can draft a good one, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have a playoff game to worry about here. Oh, I thought this was the playoffs. I saw like 2-15 teams. That's just the standings. All right, let's simulate this game against the Cowboys and let's see what happens here. We beat the Cowboys in Dallas or in Arlington, whatever. All right, simulation in this game is something. We're gonna be facing the Vikings in the divisional though. I mean, they've become really good here. Not necessarily on paper. They're, you know, an 85 just like us, but 14-3, very good performing team. Obviously, they found a hit in, I was gonna call him Cade McNamara. Really stupid. Why can I not think of his name? I'm looking at him in that tiny picture in the top right. What's his name? JJ McCarthy. Good lord. I'm really smart, by the way. Let's simulate this game against the Vikings. I mean, we definitely shouldn't have won the last one, but this one we should maybe play close in because we're the same overall. I don't know. We'll see. We lost. We probably got absolutely blasted. No, only a touchdown. Okay, that's fair. Rare, understandable Madden loss. But now in the offseason, where do you check Oh, the Super Bowl was Dolphins versus Packers. Interesting. I wish I knew who won that. I don't know why it doesn't say the score under playoff games. Does it say it somewhere and I'm just not seeing it? Probably. I don't know though. Ooh, the Dolphins won 24-7 over the Packers. Oh, we have so many storylines here. These scare me. I don't like these sometimes. I know at least one of these is I'm gonna answer wrong and we're gonna get like Malik Neighbors surprisingly retires or some, I don't know. Touch base on off-season workouts. I'm definitely gonna go Neighbors over Godwin. These are actually good. I like these. But what's the right answer? Coach told me you wanted to talk to me. What are you focusing on during off-season workouts? Route running, I guess you just go sounds good. good. I don't know. That would have been helpful last year if I didn't skip over what they said, because I would have just said sounds good. All right, now I'm getting the hang of these storylines. I say that and I probably still have no idea what I'm doing. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Do we want to make Dexter Lawrence even better or help Chris Charles become good too? We'll definitely go Dexter Lawrence. Charles isn't even the number 2. He's the number 3. I already know what to do. We'll just say sounds good. And I mean, we got like 6,000 XP last year for Andrew Thomas, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get something like that. We have an on-field player meeting? What stage of the offseason are we in? Why do we have an on-field player meeting during like the re-signing period? Oh, okay. It's not like playing. All right, sure. Or no, it is. Wait, what? What? It's the off-season, dog. I don't know. I probably just ruined my trust with that player. That's tough. All right, we have re-signings. We'll pick up the 5th year for Deontay Banks. Evan Neal, here's the thing. If all tackles play better in Madden 25 than they did in Madden 24, then I shouldn't re-sign Evan Neal here. But if tackles in Madden 25 play the same as they do in Madden 24, this would be very good for a right tackle. I guess I can find that out really quick. Let me see. Oh, no. Okay, so Evan Neal's actually been pretty good. Garrett Bowles allowed 23 sacks. At least according to PFF, what was the most in the league last year in real life? It was Andre Dillard and Mekhi Becton with 12, at least in the regular season. So, pretty much half of whatever this was. Charles Cross is still horrible in this game. That's great. So it looks like we should probably re-sign Evan Neal, but just the problem is he's not interested, and I don't want to go very player-friendly. I guess very player-friendly isn't even that expensive if he takes it. 4 years, 48 mil for someone who's playing like one of the best tackles in the league, and he doesn't take it. The tag's probably like 25, 27 mil, 26. Okay, pretty good guess, like right in between there almost. I'm good. We might re-sign him as a free agent, but we'll see. And then everyone else is just depth, so we'll let him go. But another very important free agent class here, arguably more important because this is where we could turn this from like a good team to an amazing team if free agency is good enough and there are players that we can, you know, get and would make sense to get. So let's see who's available. Oh god, I thought I accidentally sim passed the first week. And oh yeah, let's see if we can make any cuts because we really don't have a crazy amount of cap space. The one I'm thinking of obviously is Mr. Danny Dimes. Oh, it's still big penalty, 47 mil penalty. We'll leave him. Is there anyone we can cut though? Not really. No. I mean, we can restructure some deals though. I still haven't done that in Madden 25. I don't know if that's any different. No. But hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let's check if there's anyone we want in free agency first. Oh. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. There are some good corners here. Are we about to have like the most expensive secondary ever? Maybe. But honestly, Derek Stingley isn't that expensive. Just 21 mil a year. I feel like he'll get something like 30 at least if he keeps playing the way he is. Probably like 36 or 7 by the time he gets paid, because deals will be more expensive obviously in a few years. But there are also some good linemen here. Taylor Moton, how did he play though? I've seen him play questionably. He definitely hasn't played questionably. Only 5 sacks allowed last year. For Madden, that's insane. For real life, that's whatever. For Madden, that's crazy though. Should we go for Derek Stingley though? That's just our big question here. I mean, we have the money. We're not paying a quarterback, or well, we are, but we won't be soon. And we're not going to have to pay a quarterback in this rebuild unless we sign one, which isn't looking likely at this point. So our cap space shouldn't be too bad. We can kind of afford to just spend. We're definitely going to be going overboard with the corner group, but I'd rather have too many good players than not enough good players. Why is Zach Tom a left tackle here? I don't know, but I'll look through and see if there's anyone else I want, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I think that's all we're going to do in free agency, Stingley and Moton. I wanted a running back. A running back is the main thing I wanted, but there isn't a great one here. I mean, Tyler Algier, I have him higher in my, rosters. I have him at like an 84 or something, but that isn't really an upgrade, I don't think. It looks like he's been bad as a number 2, but I mean, you can't really go off of that just because he's just been a red zone guy, or a goal line guy, but that isn't much of an up. So we're just going to go for Derek Stingley and Taylor Moton. I say that like it's a disappointing class. I mean, it's one of the best young corners in the league and a really good right tackle, so let's see if we can get them, and we do. So now, I mean, we actually didn't go up in overall as much as I thought we would, but still an 86 overall from the 78 we were just 2 years ago is pretty good. But let's get to the draft, and let's hope it's better class this year. I don't know that it was a bad class last year, but it just wasn't amazing for what we needed. So let's hope it's better for us this year. But now in our second ever draft of Madden 25, we're kind of in the exact same situation again. We are like just out of reach of the two good quarterbacks this year. Eddie Franklin, we're kind of, pretty far out of. He's projected to go number 3. He's a first-round talent. He's not as good as the quarterback last year that was projected to go top 5. And then there is Nick Bacon, first to second-round talent. If we have to, we could maybe even reach on Ethan Vance. He is already 23, though. That's the only problem. I don't know. You know what? I think it's worth it this year. We're not going to trade up for the number 1 pick, obviously, because it's the Bears. They don't need a QB. You know what? I low-key don't love that it has that cutscene in between every pick. I mean, it's fine. It's cool, but when you're going through pick by pick, it takes a while. Now, do the Steelers need a quarterback here? They have Justin Fields, who's just labeled as a bridge QB, so they're probably going to take him. Oh, he was really bad. Okay. He was pretty good his first year for the Steelers. What happened? That's interesting. We'll see what happens. We definitely can't trade up from 25 to 2. The QB still hasn't gone yet. The Saints did just take a quarterback last year, though. Trayvon Lawrence, a 77 overall. The Patriots should still have Drake May unless he was really terrible. We're getting kind of lucky here. None of these top teams really need a QB, other than the Steelers, and they didn't take one for some reason. Ooh, the Cardinals might go with one. Kyler really hasn't developed. He didn't even start for them. All right, well, you might need to trade up with the Cardinals, but that's maybe fine. All right, this is a lot to give up, but we are giving up our first next year and a third this year, which honestly isn't that bad. Maybe I should have given a little more, but we're giving that to move up to number 5. And with number 5, we are going to take our quarterback, Eddie Franklin. Only 21 years old, elite throw power, good ratings. He looks better than the top 5 talent QB last year did. If he has normal dev, I might cry, but I shouldn't say that because last time I said that about a QB, it actually happened in the CPU picked fantasy draft video. I think it was. So hopefully I didn't just manifest it here. Let's take Eddie Franklin. It gave us an A, ranked number 8, picked at number 5. Again, not what he looks like, but also what is that grandpa fit? Whoa. Dude needs like one of those bowler hats, or not bowler hats, golf caps, and he'd look like he's from the 1930s. But he does have hidden dev, 96 throw power, 80 speed, 89 acceleration, 94 change of direction. I mean, I know he isn't the best overall yet, but I mean, we'll take it. We gave up a lot to get him, but that seems pretty good to me. I do really like that it shows the whole board in the background, though. It's cool. But now I don't know what I want to do necessarily. I'm kind of thinking about taking a receiver and ooh, Chuck Richardson. Not the fastest, but great agility and acceleration and elite change direction, great strength. Ooh, I mean, he's a first to second round talent. We're in the late first or late second, so that might be a pretty good pick. I mean, maybe I should look around a little more, but I mean, I focus scouted this guy for a reason. I thought he could be good, and he is. I also focus scouted some linemen. Are they good? Oh, they're gone. Okay. You know what? Let's just go with Chuck Richardson. I mean, we know for sure it's a good pick, so why not? Announces this pick even? Why? It didn't do this for like any other pick. I would say, did we get a crazy steal, but we already knew where he was ranked. He wasn't like a top 5 talent or anything. But I mean, hidden dev, 89 speed, 95 change direction, 93 agility. Sounds good to me. But now in round 4, last pick I'm gonna take. What else do we need? We could maybe go with another D lineman if we want more depth there. I mean, I know we drafted 2 last year, but that's because it was so bad. Other than Lawrence, we could take a safety, honestly, or an edge rusher. We have Michael Barrett, who was listed as a speed rusher for some reason, so I guess he's a depth pass rusher for us. I smacked my mic, but we could also go O-line if there's anyone good. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see who's available. I'm still confused why it showed us picking that receiver, though. Like, it showed the announcement, it showed him. Does that mean he has, like, X Factor or something? That's, like, the only thing I could think of. Like, what would be different about him? I have no idea. I remember it used to do the arms thing if they have, like, X Factor. That was in, like, Madden 20, though, where they flex super big if they have X Factor. But I don't think we're gonna find a good pass rusher here. That's kind of the thing. Good pass rushers stop existing in Madden past, like, the very late first, and you're lucky to find one even there. Normally, they're all in the early first. Ooh, wait a minute. Enrique Vega. That's a lot of A ratings for a day 3 player. I think we're gonna take him. I don't see why not. Okay, that's fine. Ranked 91, picked at 121. Sure. I thought he would be better, but I'm just gonna simulate to the end of this, and we'll see how the CPU does. Actually, wait, I want to test one thing. Maybe it's a bad example because I'm going so late here, but are good blocking tight ends still a thing? Ooh, maybe. I see Paxton right here. A awareness. Let me sort by physicals, strength. Okay, there are 3 with elite. It looks like it's still kind of a thing. Corey Paxton looks pretty good. I mean, horrible as a receiving tight end. F for like everything, but really good blocker. Maybe he isn't good because he's so bad as a receiving tight end. Yeah, whatever. We'll still take him. It's the 5th round. Ranked 188, picked at 153. Okay, he's not great, but I had to test it. He does have a dev trait, though. We'll see. But here is how we did in the draft. It was pretty good. I mean, the big focal point here is obviously Eddie Franklin. 78 overall. 96 throw power, 87 break sack, 86 short accuracy and throw on the run, 84 deep accuracy. And of course, really athletic, really elusive, more than fast. So that was a very good pick. And then Richardson, a good player. I'm really interested to see, you know, why it showed him getting picked. Maybe I'm just stupid and I like skipped over it showing Franklin getting picked. I don't know. We'll find out. And then Enrique Vega, he's fine, 72 overall. And then we knew Corey Paxton was bad, and he isn't bad, but 67 isn't great. He isn't slow or anything though. He has 80 speed. I mean, if he could learn to catch the ball, he's a really good blocker already, and he's not the slowest in the world, so I don't know what's holding him back. He just has, I don't know, maybe just needs more practice. And then the CPU picked a solid running back, Will Blades. He's already 24. I forgot to check this last year though. I want to see who some of the best players in the class were. So Daniel Amos was the best player in the class, #1 pick as a running back, 82 overall, and the next best player was another running back, Jaron McMichael, 81 overall, but he went in the late second, so looks like the Bears might have reached there a little bit. Wouldn't really recommend taking a running back at #1. There was a really good corner and safety. Both went to the Vikings. Interesting. Some good defensive ends, Trevor Hutchins and Mike Miller, good receiver, and then Franklin, also good. So yeah, interesting draft class. Nobody too insanely good. No like 84 overalls or anything. Pretty good class, especially a good class for us. And the Vikings, I don't know what they did. They went crazy. But Malik Neighbors hit his like off-season training thing. I don't know if it's possible to not hit it. I mean, maybe if you pick the wrong thing, but 6,000 XP and +3 catch in traffic and catching. And it doesn't sound like those are just temporary boosts. I mean, maybe. So we'll take it either way. Oh, and he also has superstar dev now. Got that in the Super Bowl week, so that's huge. I mean, deserved to have it to begin with, but we'll still take it, I guess. Okay, Dexter Lawrence only got 3,000 XP and 1 acceleration and strength. Interesting. I wonder if it's just completely random. Probably. I don't even know if 3,000 XP is gonna do much for him, but I guess we'll take it. God, I hate the positional battles. They always end up negative. Position battle, QB. I'm just gonna go with the highest QB. Or no, that's not overall. Yeah, highest QB rating makes sense though. Eventually, I'm just gonna like make the business decision that all these scenarios take too long and I might skip over some, but for now they're fun. John Runyon, I don't know. Pass block finesse. I honestly skipped over whatever that was talking about, so I didn't know what I was picking, like if it was what he's good at or what it would give him, but it was what it would give him, so we'll take it. And finally, player meeting. That my personality can be a problem sometimes. What would you change about me? Or would you change that about me? Would you still love me if I was a worm type beat? More of a leader. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm sick of the storylines. There's so many. The position battle one's kinda important. Who had the highest QBR? Because, I mean, we know who we're starting no matter what. Oh, okay, Eddie Franklin did have the higher passer rating, so that's fine. I'll click into that one. I stuck to my word there. Ooh, +3 throw accuracy mid, deep, and short for the next 3 games, and +5 morale for the whole team. Okay, so we have the opposite of last year. Last year, I messed that one up and gave us -10 morale, so at least we're on the positive end this year. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. Of course, an 86 overall, 84 offense with an 89 defense. Like, this defense is crazy. You know, we did what I said we should, which is fix this D-line, and, well, we also added Derek Stingley. And now we have a very good defense. I feel bad for replacing Andrew Phillips. I wonder if he would work at, like, free safety or something. I might try that. It looks like he goes up in overall at safety. I mean, he's definitely physical. 87 zone? Sure. Oh, why his sleeves look like that? Why are they so, like, sharp? That looks weird. I don't know. Okay, so we'll see how Phillips does at free safety, and then hopefully our offensive rookies can do well this year. I mean, Franklin is in a pretty good position to succeed. I mean, he has Andrew Thomas and Taylor Moton as his tackle duo. Really good receiving core, good running back. I mean, Devin Singletary's really developed here, which is kind of surprising. He's already 28. I didn't really know players could still develop at that point, even if you do crank the sliders, but I only have it at like 120% for running back, or for like 28-year-olds, so I don't know. That's cool though. He's become pretty good for sure. But all right, let's get to the midseason point of year 3, and we will see. Watch this be the year we completely suck. That would be so stupid, but that's probably what's gonna happen. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna be surprised in the slightest if we are bad, unfortunately. If we are, I might change our offensive playbook to something more pass heavy, because we definitely have the weapons. We're just so run heavy that we don't use them. We'll see. Okay, we are 5-2 at the midseason. Again, I kind of thought there was a shot we could, you know, massively regress this year, but we do not. Our offense is still kind of a problem, though. We only have 18.4 points per game. Let's change our offensive playbook. It hasn't been good this whole time. Ooh, I got an interesting question. What's a good playbook in this game? Are they all the same? Probably. So assuming they are the same, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with, now we do have Theo Johnson who's become good, but I'm still gonna go with the Bills playbook. I guess we'll have to, you know, do a trial by fire type thing here. We'll have to learn the hard way if playbooks are still the same, because if they aren't, then our offense could potentially be bad, but I mean, it's already bad anyways, so whatever. Oh yeah, and Eddie Franklin has superstar dev. I'm sure you noticed when I was looking at the team, but that's huge. I still don't know why Richardson got his whole, like, scenario thing, because, like, he only has star. I was thinking that's what it was. Maybe if you draft an X Factor, it shows a whole cutscene, but he doesn't have it, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than not having a dev trait, but I had high hopes, and I'm disappointed. What else is new? But we're now up to an 85 on offense, and we have a 91 overall defense, so hopefully our offense can start playing a little better now. But we have some re-signings here to make. Ooh, Kayvon Thibodeau. You know, he's been pretty terrible. I mean, this year is his best year for sure, but I'm not gonna re-sign him yet, because I have a conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's, like, proven true or anything, but I feel like players play worse once you re-sign them. Like, they play well in a contract year. You know, I guess that's what happens in real life, but I don't know. It's just a conspiracy theory, but I don't want to re-sign him yet, out of fear that it'll make him play worse. We'll re-sign him at the end of the year, probably. Bobby Okereke isn't interested, though. That kind of sucks. Do we want to give him this big of a deal? 5 years, 97 mil? I mean, I guess we can just push it back, and he doesn't even take that. John Michael Schmitz has been pretty good, so I might re-sign him. Or, well, I guess no, he hasn't. This last year he was good, but his first year he was horrible. This year he's horrible. Okay, we will not re-sign him. I might even bench him. Like, he's on pace to allow 9 or 10 sacks at center. That's crazy. Jalen Hyatt I would want back, but he's not interested. He hasn't really played much for us. Yeah, we have a lot of re-signings this year. Ooh, John Runyon's doing really well. He did last year too, so I would do 2 years, 14 mil. That works. And I guess that's all we'll do for now. So we'll reassess at the end of the year. Definitely some we want to think about. But all right, let's get to the end of the season and we will see how we finish. Hopefully we don't choke. Hopefully we do better now with a better offense. More than likely what's going to happen is we'll finish like 9-8 again and our offense will get better, but our defense will get much worse. I'm just speaking out of experience from playing Madden franchise, but we'll see. You never know. For sure, at least. Boy, did I call it. I mean, even worse than what I expected. We finished 8-9 with an 89 overall team. And yes, our offense got a little better, but our defense got much worse. I mean, the yards or the points per game weren't allowed, or words are hard right now. The points per game allowed weren't bad. We were 9th there, 9th best, but the yards, 16th in pass D, 21st in run D. My fault, I guess. We should have built a better defense, even though it's a 91. I don't know. Or it's a 92 now. All right, let's forget this season ever happened. Let's get into the offseason. Or no, we'll go over stats a little bit. We'll go quick, though. Eddie Franklin, 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns. The picks, though, 14. Not great, but the touchdowns were good. Devin Singletary was straight up bad, 3.7 per carry, so we'll look for a new running back this year. Malik Neighbors, 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. 900 for Richardson as a rookie. And how about blocking? I forgot to bench John Michael Schmitz. I should have. He did allow 10 sacks. He was awful. You know what? Get off the team right now. You're out of here. You're done. I think he'll be good in real life, but I mean, I guess he wasn't great as a rookie, but no Giants lineman was great last year. But he definitely hasn't been good here. But Bobby Okereke, 123 tackles. TFL's 19 for Lawrence, 14 for Thibodeau, 13 for Burns, and sacks, 9.5 for Thibodeau, 9 for Lawrence, 7 for Waddle, 5 for Burns. He's been so bad. I don't know how to make him play well. Like, he was okay that first year. 9 sacks is, like, good, but he's just been getting worse in terms of pass rush. Like, what do we do about that? I don't know. But interceptions, 2 for Okereke, Ward, Banks, and Stingley, and then 1 for Simmons and Phillips. All right, yearly awards. MVP goes to Lamar. Let's see. Offensive Player of the Year, of course, goes to division rival Jalen Hurts. Malik Neighbors at number 6. That's cool. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Of course, a division rival. Dexter Lawrence at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Eddie Franklin. That's huge. Now, I don't know if he's gonna get a dev trait. I don't know if he did well enough to get X Factor, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully, but I just don't know. Richardson at number 4, and then no Giants up here for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think we had any defensive rookies at all. I mean, maybe late picks, but no nobody great. Of course, the first year we missed the playoffs is the year where we have... Ooh, you know what? I didn't even think of this yet, but do we have the best overall team in the league already? Probably not yet, but probably close. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Okay, no, the Chiefs are better than us. They're a 90. Same with the 49ers. The Lions are also an 89. But we are tied for the third highest overall team in the league, and that's the first year we missed the playoffs. Well, we're close to achieving our goal, so let's get into this offseason, and let's see if we can have a good enough offseason to finally push this team over the edge and make it the highest overall team in the league. I don't know if we can make it go up 2 overall, but I mean, even if we stay at an 89, if some other teams go down, we'll see. That could even make us tied for the best. But for re-signings, who do we have? We have the 5th year from Malik Neighbors already. That's crazy. He did go up to X Factor though, which is huge, and thankfully he's interested. Now, will that change by the time we have to re-sign him? I don't know, but actually we might not even get to that point. We'll see. We'll see how long we go. Kayvon Thibodeau, he had his first good year, but I mean, what if we tag and trade him? Is that crazy? I'm sure Giants fans would hate me for that, but he has just not been worth it. It's only a 3-year deal. He takes it. All right. Bobby Okereke regressed a little bit. We'll just offer him very player friendly again. He's definitely not going to take it because it's lower than what we offered him at the midseason. 4 years, 60 mil. Yeah, he doesn't take it. I thought he did accept it. No, he doesn't. 19 mil. I mean, he's been so good, but like we might be able to get him back in free agency for cheaper. We'll see. Probably going to have a lot of offers because he's good, but maybe not too many because he is already 31. And then let's see. We're probably just going to let everyone else go. I mean, it's just mostly depth. So let's get into free agency once again. Should we make the team worse? Should we like cut players? Maybe that'll make us do better. I don't know. Well, actually, we could cut players. Is there anyone that would save us cap space? Still not really. Not anyone that would be worth it. But let's see who's available this year. We are down to an 86 after losing a few players, but let's see. Oh, it's not a great class. Oh, it's a really not great class. Gross. Also, there's like nobody interested in us. Patrick Queen could be kind of cool. Is that feasible? No. Okay. Well, hopefully we can at least get Okereke back, right? Okay, hopefully. The Colts put in an offer. They want him back too, but we do have a big lead for him. But other than him, like, who should we go for? I don't know. We could go for Josh Downs. He's not that expensive. He would be an upgrade too. But let's see if we got any other dev ups. I don't think so. I mean, maybe Kayvon Thibodeau did he have star or superstar? Okay, he got superstar dev at least. Really? He wasn't that good though. I mean, he got TFLs, but like, well, no, he had 9.5 sacks. I forgot. I was thinking of Brian Burns' stat line. Okay, never mind. We can't go for Wicks. The Commanders had like a level 5 offer for him. That's tough. Oh, Paris Johnson's here. Is he horrible in this game? Yeah, yep, that's tough. We don't really need a guard though. That's obviously where we would play him. Man, I want to do something. There just isn't a lot that we really can do. Okay, these are the 2 players we're going to go for. It's going to be Bobby Okereke and Leonard Williams. Oh wait, I do want to go for a running back too because we don't have one. We could bring Singletary back, but he was so bad last year. I mean, he wasn't so bad, but he was bad. You know what? Let's take a chance on Algier as a starter. I mean, what other choice do we really have? We could draft a running back, but they never play well year 1, and that's really what we need. Someone to do well this year. It's going to be tough to get him though. Do any of these guys play well, like Ford, Dobbins, or Akers? I don't know. It's just always hard to tell when they're number 2s. We'll go very player friendly for Algier, I guess. It's still not that expensive. But all right, these 3 players, Okereke, Algier, and Williams. We'll probably get Williams and Okereke, probably not Tyler Algier. We're also absolutely scamming the Seahawks. Obviously, he was traded to the Seahawks for what, like a 2nd-round pick? It was a very questionable trade from the Seahawks. Shocker, a John Schneider questionable trade. That's never happened before. I mean, Leonard Williams is good, but that's a lot to give up, especially when they had to pay him right after. But whatever, I'm just yapping. These 3 players, all 3 sign, and good call. We get Okereke and Williams, but not Algier. That obviously doesn't fix our running back need yet, though. We could try Zach Charbonnet. I've had him do well before. He had a really high yards per carry for the Seahawks this last year, 5.4. I mean, that was a very small sample size, but you know what? I mean, again, what other choice do we really have? I guess we could go for another running back, but we'll try to sign him. Doesn't sign. How about now? Okay, he does finally sign. Cool. So definitely an underwhelming free agent class, but good one overall. Oh yeah, I forgot we don't have a 1st-round pick this year. I was gonna say finally our first good round, or our first round pick that's actually good. I need to stop recording soon. I'm so tired. I don't know why. But yeah, I was thinking we would finally have our first good 1st-round pick, and we don't have one, so that's tough. But we pick at pick 14 in round 2. But to be fair, it's not like we really have any needs anymore. I mean, a few, but not many. But let's see. There are some good linemen, from what I can tell at least. These 2 players are almost identical, just one's power, one's finesse. They're both 315. They both have A awareness, B pass block, A run block. One has A pass block power and finesse, or D finesse. One has D power and A finesse. That's interesting. But they're both apparently only second to third round talents, which, I mean, is pretty much where we are. Close enough. Let's see. I think we'll take Stevenson in round 3 because he looks good. But for now, I don't know what to do. Normally, if I don't know what to do, I just default to taking, you know, corners and stuff because they're always good, but we don't need a corner. I mean, Eric Edwards looks insane, so maybe we should take him anyways. He has elite acceleration and change of direction, but only solid speed. I need to get used to that for me. God. Is that a lineman? So again, for context, see, it's even worse. So I obviously set pause draft, or draft clock off, or whatever, which in Madden 24 would obviously work, but now it doesn't, so you have to go and manually, you know, pause the draft each year, which I'm not used to doing, and I forgot to do that. Unless I'm just stupid and I forgot to press, but no, the clock doesn't run down. Yeah, I have the draft timer off. My fault, I guess. Hopefully that tackle's good. I'm kind of sad we don't get that corner, though. He looked really good. I'm going to be devastated when he's like an 85 overall. There's some good safeties, though. Again, do we need safety? No, but might as well take someone good. Let's see. I kind of like JoJo Trap. Great speed, A awareness, B man, C zone, B to D awareness, or pursuit and play rec. We might take him. I mean, is he going to play? I don't know, but I don't know if we're going to get someone here that's going to play. Our team's too good for the draft, honestly. We could also go with, maybe we should go with Stevenson instead. That's kind of hard to say. I mean, either one would be fine, but Stevenson actually has a chance to start. We'll go Jason Stevenson. I think the safety's a better overall. Stevenson has a better chance. He's all right. Rank 62, took him at 78. We'll take it. Good pick. My drafting definitely hasn't been phenomenal today, but I'm trying my best. And let's see, we might go with Donnell Watson because we do kind of need a depth safety. We do need depth at quite a few positions, but he looks pretty good. Good enough at least. Be awareness, pursuit, and zone, which is usually the 3 things you want to look for, either that or man coverage, if not zone, but we'll take him. He's fine. 85 took him at 110. We're just really looking for depth. What? Okay, I think this guy's horrible, but again, we're past the point of needing draft picks. Gregory Black, what is he? Oh, I'm stupid. I thought I sorted by finesse moves, my fault. He's interesting though. He might actually be decent now that I understand what he is. A power moves, B block shed. I mean, he's bad at everything else. He does have elite acceleration too. Probably horrible. We'll take a chance. He's horrible. All right, cool. I'm simming the rest out. I need to get the controller taken away from me when it comes to drafting. These are some questionable picks. I mean, most of them are good value, but nothing great. But here's how we did in the draft. I guess we got pretty lucky with the CPU stealing my pick because Bart Kendricks is a 78 overall. We'll take it. I don't know where he's gonna play though. That's the only problem. Could definitely play guard. He'll probably start over John Runyon. Doesn't go up in overall surprisingly, but still a very good pick. And then Jason Stevenson is solid, 74 overall. He'll maybe start. And then Donnell Watson's fine at a 73. So I guess we got lucky. Could have been much worse than that. I wasn't even looking at tackles, but this was a definitely better draft class than last year. Ooh, there was a really good guard, Russ Reed, 82 overall, 98 strength. There were also a couple really good receivers, good running back, another good receiver, Adam Angerer, a good QB to the Seahawks. Where did that safety rank that I was going to take? Was he good or was that about to be a horrible pick? It wouldn't have been horrible. It was Trap, right? 76, but the tackle the CPU grabbed is better. But it wouldn't have been a bad pick. He's like a late first round talent, so very good draft. Well, good draft. We'll take it. And let's get into year 4. But we're actually gonna make a trade here. I don't love how transparent the background is. You can see, I feel like you can see too much of the background, like where it says cap room and all that stuff. I don't know, either way. We're sending a 3rd round pick this year to the Chiefs for Devin Rivers, a running back. And the reason we're trading for him, well, there's a couple reasons. We don't really have a great running back, and Rivers has superstar dev, so we'll see what we can get from him. The only problem with him is he is an elusive back, and usually elusive backs aren't great in simulation, so definitely looks like he hasn't been. We'll see what happens though. Worst case scenario, we can just sign another running back this offseason, but I don't know, I just don't trust Charbonnet. But here's a look at the team heading into year 4. We are looking good. I still am a little worried about our run run game. We still just have not been able to find a great running back, unfortunately, which, like I said, so important in this game. But hopefully we can make up for that by just having an absurd rest of this team. Again, 89 overall, 87 offense, 92 defense. This defense is crazy. But you know, we gotta check. Where do we rank in the league at an 89 overall? Did we take over first? Maybe. We did. So we have officially achieved our goal of making the highest overall team in the league. The Chiefs, Falcons, which is interesting, Lions, and Jags are all 88s. But we are the sole 89 overall team. So why are we just listed as a playoff hopeful, despite having, you know, the best overall team in the league? Does the status mean anything? Like, it says playoff hopeful. Does that affect how your team plays? I don't know. I would like to know that. It would be cool if that was a thing where, you know, overall actually did matter. And, you know, the higher overall your team is, the better your status is. Like, say we deserve championship contender. And if you have championship contender, it makes it so you do actually, you know, at least make the divisional or have a really good record or something like that. That's kind of what I was hoping that was when I first noticed it, but it doesn't seem like it. You know, like I said, this is, I'm reacting to everything here for the first time. So if I'm being stupid with something, I just think it's more fun to go in blind than to watch, you know, someone else do it and already learn everything. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I would bet it's definitely just me. But yeah, the team's looking really good. Oh yeah, and this is the O-line we're gonna go with. It is a very good offensive line. We just moved Stevenson. Well, we didn't move Stevenson, but we made him the starting center, and then Kendricks is gonna start at right guard. Hopefully he has a good dev trait. We'll see. But all right, let's get to the midseason point of year 4, and we will see how this team does. Better be good, or I'm gonna be not happy. All right, well, I don't think we're gonna reach our goal of multiple Super Bowls in this rebuild. We are only 3-4 with the highest overall team in the league. What's going wrong? So Eddie Franklin is doing really well. Devin Rivers isn't, though. How's the blocking? Oh, this is the Andrew Thomas I expected. Not the Andrew Thomas that should exist, but the one I expected. 6 sacks allowed in 400 snaps. Not great. On pace to allow like 16 sacks or something as a 90 overall or whatever he is. And then on defense, Thibodeau has 3 sacks so far. Brian Burns has 1. I think it might be time. Yeah, I think it's time. We are gonna trade Brian Burns for a 2nd round pick to the Seahawks. He's been horrible. Like, I don't know, man. You know, the Giants gave up about a 2nd round pick for him, so that's what we'll get back. He's obviously developed here, so we'll say he's worth about the same. But yeah, he's just been, whatever. What can you do? We do have a big need at, you know, edge now. I mean, I guess we kind of did to begin with, so shouldn't be much different, but we'll see what Michael Barrett can do as a pass rusher. Oh, we do have Nick Herbig. We could try him, I guess, and we'll see. But we have some re-signings here. We could trade multiple players here away if we want to. Oh, there are a lot of re-signings this year. Okay, we have to re-sign Dexter Lawrence, Tyler Nubin, Andrew Phillips, Deontay Banks, Theo Johnson, Isaiah Simmons, Charvarius Ward. Jeremy Chin is a backup now. I guess Nick Herbig is a starter now. Taylor Moton, it is kind of rough. We'll re-sign Taylor Moton though. Should we wait? We'll wait. He'll regress, and if we re-sign him, he'll play worse. At least according to my, you know, my theories. We'll re-sign Dexter Lawrence. 3 years, 86 mil. He takes it. How's Tyler Nubin done? Not amazing since the first year. He's gotten some decent pass deflections, but I mean, this year 0 picks, 1 pass deflection. He's a fumble recovery, or 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. That's interesting, but it's such a whatever stat. I mean, don't get me wrong, recovering fumbles and stuff is important, but like as a stat, it's just like so inconsistent. So whatever. We'll see. He's not very expensive. We'll see. Will he take 3 years, 25? He does. Okay. Andrew Phillips. Okay, he's been like legitimately bad. I guess he's on pace to have maybe his best year in a while. Maybe he'll get like 6 pass deflections. Maybe he'll get a pick, but we'll see. Banks, I'll resign. He's cheap. 3 years, 18.9 mil. He takes it. Theo Johnson, if he was interested, then sure, but he isn't. Plus, we don't use him. Isaiah Simmons, if he was interested, then yes, but he isn't. Charvarius Ward, we'll go 1 year, 13 mil. That's super cheap. And then that's all we're gonna worry about for now. A lot of re-signings, but we'll see how many other players we want back. I mean, we're not doing well enough to be, you know, scrambling to get all these players back. We're massively underperforming. But let's see. I want to do one thing. I'm gonna switch. Now, this could really backfire, but I'm gonna switch Andrew Thomas and Taylor Moton. We'll put Moton at left and Thomas at right, just to experiment. Wouldn't be shocked if it backfired, but why not at this point, you know? But all right, let's get to the end of the year, and hopefully we can bounce back. We obviously deserve to do much better than we are, but will it happen? But okay, actually, here we are at the end of year number 4, and if you've seen one of my rebuilds before, y'all know why we're here. year. Super quick before I reveal how we did. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, be sure to subscribe, because this is the first of many Madden 25 rebuilds I'm gonna do. So if you like Madden 25 rebuilds, that's all I'm gonna do. You know, you can be one of the first 60,000 subscribers. You can call yourself an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, definitely. And yeah, what was the like goal? Like 3,000? Just be sure to leave a like. It helps out the channel, I guess. I don't know. I wish I didn't have to plug that. It sounds so stupid, but like, it helps. But here's a look at the team at the end of the year. Up to a 91 overall across the board. Our offense really caught up this year. And for dev traits, Stevenson only has star, but that was to be expected. But thankfully, Kendricks does have not X Factor. Well, basically offensive line X Factor. You know, the highest dev trait for an offensive lineman, superstar. So we'll take it. And then on defense, did we even have any hidden devs? I don't know if we did. I don't think so. But in year number 4, we finished 10-7, and we somehow made the playoffs. We deserve to do better. Still, we deserve to go like 14-3 or something, but at least we were able to bounce back. That's all we could really ask at that point. Eddie Franklin, 4,200 yards, 36 touchdowns, 8 picks. Very good year. I was gonna say rookie year, but second year. Only sacked 29 times too. Oh, but Devin Rivers, remember what I said? Just elusive backs, at least for me, do not do well in simulation, at least like Madden generated ones. We only gave up like a 3rd round pick for him, so it's not too bad. But Malik Neighbors, 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. He's become such a good player here, which I do think he will be in real life, which is why I think it's ridiculous they only gave him star dev, but whatever. Definitely overshadowed by Marvin Harrison Jr., but I think almost as good, which is maybe crazy for some people. I don't know. Also, okay, I just noticed something. So Chuck Richardson, 950 yards, very good year, 10 touchdowns. He did really well. Stanley Goldstein got 900 yards, right? He only played 572 snaps. That was really hard for me to say. I'm having a rough time today. I'm sorry. It's a bad day to be tired for me, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But imagine if he played like 1,000 snaps. He would have had, what, 1,500 yards? I mean, I know it wouldn't work like that because we still would have thrown a Neighbors over him, but I mean, I don't know. Apparently we didn't when he was in, so that's interesting. Theo Johnson in probably his last year here was all right, but blocking, Thomas, still worse than he should have been, but definitely got better, and then Moten got worse when we moved him to left tackle, so it about evened out to what it probably would have been, which is 15 total sacks between the tackles. That's probably about what it would have been, so whatever. But our interior was very good this year. Barker did well, Stevenson did really well, which is, it's a good change. It's a welcome change, and Bart Kendricks also did very well. But ooh, we barely hit our goal. So I set the goal to have 200 tackles for our linebackers, and we barely hit it. I mean, maybe it counted like depth linebackers or I hope it didn't count outside linebackers, because if it did, then that would be way over 200. It probably did though. Whatever, we'll take it. But Kayvon Thibodeau led the team with 20 TFLs, 17 for Waddle, 15 for Williams, 13 for Lawrence, and sacks, 12 for Lawrence, 7.5 Thibodeau, 5 for Williams, Herbig with 3.5, which honestly is about how Brian Burns is done. Oh, okay, maybe not. I didn't realize he played 900 snaps. Okay, that's not great. And then interceptions, 3 for Stingley, 2 for Ward, and then 1 for a couple players. Really, no picks. But MVP goes to Mahomes for like, or actually, I don't know. I think he's won 1 MVP, right? I don't know. But Eddie Franklin at number 6, a quarterback we kind of wanted at number 5, and Kenny Sullivan, but close enough. But offensive player of the year went to Puka Nacua. Donovan Peoples-Jones on the Vikings up there. That's something. Eddie Franklin at number 8. Neighbors at 10. I thought he would be a little higher, but whatever. Defensive player of the year, you'd never guess who it was. Micah Parsons. No Giants, despite having an amazing defense on paper. Offensive rookie of the year, we won't have anyone. We don't. Defensive rookie of the year, we didn't have any starters on defense, huh? Yeah, we really didn't gain much from the draft except offensive line, which is, it was a much upgraded offensive line other than, I guess, the tackles didn't do great, but that was definitely a very helpful draft. So we did well. But we are going to be taking on the Atlanta Falcons in the wild card here. We're thankfully coming off a win against the Eagles, but we're also coming off of getting beat 27-7 by the Bills, so that's not great. But we have an early season reporter interview. Do I want to click this? Yeah, because we had the 200 tackles, right? The viral video going around. Oh, wait, was that something else that I set? Yeah, we did 8 yards per carry, or 8 yards per catch for our receivers. We get 1,000 XP? All that for just 1,000 XP? Whatever, dude. Seems like it should be honestly a lot more than that. Whatever, we'll take it. But let's see, finally, if we can beat the Atlanta Falcons here in the wild card. And we do. Of course, we can't see what the score is, but we beat them 21-14. Cool. We definitely deserve every win we're getting. I mean, we're the better team in literally every game. We're just the best overall team in the league. The Dallas Cowboys are an 89 overall here, though, and it is a home game for them, so it would be understandable if we lost this, but with what we've been through, I feel like we deserve it. Let's see what happens. We lose. What was the score? 24-17. Back-to-back, touchdown games, 7-point games, or I guess touchdown and extra point games, whatever. We deserved it. I'll say that. But let's get into the final season here. We are gonna do year number 5, and we still have a little bit of work to do with this team. We shouldn't have to do any work to this team because it is so good, but just there's a lot of underperformance happening. We should have a ton of cap. I'm gonna restructure every deal I can, so we'll just go crazy in free agency. I feel like we have kept it pretty realistic. We've done a few trades. We haven't done anything too ridiculous, but we have some re-signings here, still some very important ones. We'll pick up the 5th year for Ronnie Waddle. He was a really good pick, but Andrew Phillips, I don't know if I want him back at all. I mean, maybe if there's nobody else, if I could click his stats. I keep clicking the wrong thing. 1 pick, only 4 pass deflections. That's not great. Theo Johnson is a little interested now. I mean, I'll offer him neutral. 3 years, 31. He doesn't take it. How much is a tag? 19 mil. I'm good. Isaiah Simmons, I guess I'll go player friendly because he has played well. It's just, he's old. He's not interested. Doesn't re-sign, unfortunately. Jeremy Chin, I'm good. The rest of these players are just depth. There is still, oh no, Taylor Moton retired. Ooh, okay, that could be a really big issue. Let's hope it isn't, but it could be. But let's get into free agency. Like I said, we're gonna restructure everything, and let's hope we can have a good final year here. Oh, we're gonna have a ridiculous amount of money. But all right, now heading into free agency with 71 mil in cap. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, okay, I think we're gonna have to make a trade or two. Would that take away the realism? Maybe, but I want to do well. I don't want to go 9-8, 10-7 every year. I want to have a really good year because we deserve it. We'll see though. I'm gonna target a few free agents though. Javon Holland, oh, he has a lot of offers, but I mean, we are listed at the top there. We went player friendly. We'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, we can just probably get Andrew Phillips back. Terrion Arnold's here. That's interesting. Chris Braswell. How does he do as a pass rusher? No, I'm okay, thanks. I'll stick with Nick Herbig. Ooh, Bradley Chubb is inconsistent. 11 sacks, 6 sacks, 15 sacks, 3 sacks, 9.5 sacks. So that means this upcoming year he's gonna have 4 sacks. Just a little bit up and down, just slightly. I don't know, this is tough. We need a pass rusher so bad, but there isn't one. I mean, it looks like our best option is Bradley Chubb. We can just hope that he has a good year, not a bad year. Ooh, Mason Smith is here. It's weird to see new faces in the game. I'm like, who's that? And then I'm like, oh, it's a rookie. I mean, I made the players in my rosters for Madden 24, but obviously you can't, put custom faces. I mean, I think there's a way to, but I don't know how to. We could sign him. I mean, it looks like he's been decent, but I don't know if we need more D linemen. Ooh, Hassan Reddick's here. Requested a trade away from the Jets today. He's been pretty good though. I mean, well, I was more so looking at this, but this is real life. He's been okay. I feel the need to add a ton of players. I just don't know who. Well, Theo Johnson's by far the best tight end in free agency, so let's try to re-sign him. Ricky Pearsall's here. Malachi Corley doesn't have a face? Really? Wasn't he a 3rd round pick? Yeah, really early 3rd round pick. That's crazy. There unfortunately still is not a very good running back in free agency. I mean, some of these guys are, good in real life, but just probably not good here. So I think I know what we're gonna have to do. We'll see. But these are the players we're gonna go for now. You know what? I'll even go very player friendly for Javon Holland, just so we can for sure get him. I mean, it's not for sure still, but a better chance than just player friendly. That would be a huge upgrade. We'll also go for Theo Johnson, of course, Isaiah Simmons, Bradley Chubb. Let's see if these guys want to sign. Ooh, uh-oh. We don't get Javon Holland, and we don't get anyone first week. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to start upping these then. Okay, hold on. That's scary. We cannot afford to not get anybody here. Okay, now we're gonna go for, I resubmitted Theo Johnson's offer. I did very player friendly. We'll see if we get him. But if we don't, I mean, we don't use a tight end anyways, really. They only probably get 70 targets or something. I don't know how many. That's probably about what he was getting. But Bradley Chubb, hopefully we can get him. Same with Andrew Phillips. I mean, he now has 2 big offers. He had 0 last week, but these are all the teams that didn't get Javon Holland, so we're all going for Phillips now. I also went for Bynum, just in case we don't get Phillips. I mean, is it really smart to do that? No, because we'll be paying Bynum to basically not play, but it's just, we have the money to do stuff like this. we're not gonna spend it on anything anyways, so we might as well just have insurance there. And then we'll try to get Malachi Corley and then, of course, Isaiah Simmons. So let's see if these guys want to sign. It's taking forever. Ooh. Okay, we get Johnson, Chubb, Bynum, and Simmons. So I'm glad I went for Bynum because we did not get Andrew Phillips back. He went to the Commanders, of course, a division rival, and I'm sure he's gonna go absolutely crazy there. God, what are the Seahawks cooking? We traded him Brian Burns, which he's gonna do really well there, and then they added Javon Holland and Quentin Nelson. That's crazy. But let's see, is there anything else we should go for? Oh yeah, right tackle. Okay, I'm glad I looked. Ooh, Franklin has X Factor now. That's cool. So we'll look for a right tackle. Thibodeau has X Factor. That is very undeserving. But let's see if there's a good right tackle left. We are getting a little low on money now. Well, no, I guess we didn't get Andrew Phillips back, so we're good. None of these guys are great, though. We might have to draft a tackle. We could put Dominic Pooney at right tackle, maybe. I don't know if I trust that, but no, here's what we'll do. Let's sign. Can we get away with giving Wyatt Teller a 2-year, $25 mil deal? Or does he have a better one than that? Oh, the Browns. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I think we'll sign Dominic Pooney. He's not a scheme fit, but that's whatever at this point. He does have offers, so we'll have to go player friendly. And assuming we get him, which I guess let's see if we do first. We do, okay. Let's move Bart Kendricks back out to tackle. So we'll see how that goes. There's a very good chance he plays horribly now, but we'll see. We at least have John Runyon as a good backup, so if someone underperforms, we'll just put Runyon in somewhere. We'll probably draft a lineman too. But speaking of that, let's get into the final draft of this rebuild, and we will see what we can do. But all right, we are gonna make one last trade, and it's gonna be a big one. We are trading our first and second round picks, our later second, but still a second, for Bijan Robinson, a third and a fourth. Now, I wouldn't do this in real life. I do think Bijan's really good, but still paying that much for a running back, I just wouldn't do it. But in Madden, as I always say, I guess I haven't always said it, but I've been saying it recently. I've started to, think it more and more, is running back is so important, as I've been saying. I also thought about trading for Saquon Barkley, just because I thought that would be kind of funny, but I didn't. But yeah, if you don't have a running back in Madden, you can't do well. At least not really well. So now this offense is insane. Even more insane. But here in the draft, our final draft of the rebuild, did we only spend one first-round pick this entire rebuild? We might have. We traded a lot of firsts here. Maybe a questionable amount. We pulled the Rams like 2016 to 2023 strategy of just, hey, let's win a Super Bowl, which I think is a really underutilized strategy. I'm surprised more teams don't do that. But our first and probably only important pick this year is this second rounder. But there are thankfully some pretty good receivers this year. Now, do we really need a receiver? No, but I mean, what else are we gonna do? We could do this an interesting way and take like Kitchens here and then Hyde round 3 and then Cook round 4, whatever. We won't need that many receivers. We'll just take the best ones. We'll go Daniel Hyde first, only 21 years old, first round talent, crazy ratings. I definitely see that he's a first round talent. We'll take him. See, why sometimes does come up on the podium? Is it if you draft receivers? Is that what does it? I don't know. That's what he looks like. Why does he look 40? Ooh, hidden dev, 91 speed, 94 excel. Sounds good. Maybe it's if you get a dev trait. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Maybe it's just completely random. But round 3, I should have checked if there were any crazy good offensive linemen in the first round or in the second round, because by this point they would probably be gone. Connor Jackson looks pretty good though. You know what? Let's just take another good receiver. Why not? Amari Cook. Probably don't need him, but he's really good. First round talent. Ranked 13. I forgot to look what the last guy was. Only normal dev, but I mean, we'll take it. And you know what? Let's end this on a positive note. That'll be our last pick of this entire rebuild, so let's get to the end and we will see how good those players are. But here's how we did in the draft. Daniel Hyde and Amari Cook are both 77 overalls. I was hoping they would be a little better even. I don't know if they'll play at only 77 overalls. I mean, maybe Hyde because he has a dev trait, but there wasn't much we could do in that draft anyways. The CPU took Alex Monroe, a good guard. We'll take it. The CPU picked another receiver for some reason. We probably won't make the team, but sure. But yeah, very good last draft. I mean, 2 mid-first round talents in the second and third rounds. That'll do it. But was this a really good class? Oh, it wasn't. There was 182. George Parnell, the number 1 pick, was an 82 overall tackle. The number 2 pick was an 80 overall tackle, so pretty good tackle class, apparently. But there were only 4 80 pluses, with 3 of them being 80s. No 79s, straight to 78s. Yeah, not a great last draft class, but it was good for us, so we'll take it. It was easy. I mean, they were guaranteed first-round talents, but still good, just not hard. But here's a look at the team heading into the final year here. This has been a ton of fun. Oh, and I should say, expect another rebuild out sometime tomorrow. Probably around 3 Pacific, maybe 4. I guess it depends on how long it takes me, but I have something super fun planned tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of y'all could guess what it is pretty easily. I do them a lot, I'll say that, but that's probably a massive spoiler, but it should be fun. At least I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm between 2 right now, we'll see. Oh, and also let me know any fun ideas y'all have, because I'm always open to ideas. That's where I get most ideas, is from y'all. But anyways, we have easily built the best team in the league. 91 overall. We'll check where that ranks in a second, but I mean, we check every box pretty much. We're just good at everything. The only thing I don't love is our receiving core outside of Malik Neighbors. Like, we don't have a great number 2. Richardson's a fine number 2. Like, an 83 in real life, that's really good. This is probably more like ranked 55. That's probably like a 76 overall in real, I don't know, probably something like that. So like, that isn't amazing, but at least we have Malik Neighbors, who is the 7th best receiver in the league. We'll take it. But yeah, very good offense, clearly, and then the defense just as good, both 91 overalls. The main concern here is just like, you know, how will this team actually play? But nothing I can really do about that other than change the playbooks. And I mean, we have a pretty decent playbook on offense, so, and our defense has been good at times, but we made it better on paper and it got worse, so I don't know. But let's check out where we rank in the league in terms of overall. I'm assuming we're number 1, but is anyone close? I mean, you never know. Someone might have caught us at a 91. The Chiefs are a 90. They're only 1 behind us. Same with the Cowboys. Oh god, I wonder who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Or I wonder what it's gonna be. Surely not Chiefs Cowboys. Madden's 2 favorite teams. But all right, let's get into the final year here. Let's get to the let's just get straight to the end of year number 5. And we will see how this team does to finish off my first rebuild of Madden 25. Oh my god, okay. We made the playoffs. Do y'all want to know what our record was at the midseason? I didn't know it was possible. The simulation might somehow be worse in this game than Madden 24. Well, you can see, for some reason, the standings are still stuck at the midseason here. We were 1-6 with the best roster in the league at the midseason. What is simulation in this game? Like, what? How did we make the playoffs? Well, I'll tell you how we made the playoffs. I'm like losing my mind already. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this whole game, man. We benched our entire offensive line pretty much. We switched Kendricks and Pooney. We put Vega in at center, and then we put Monroe in at left guard. I also wanted to bench Thomas, but we didn't really have anyone else. I guess we could have put Runyon there, but I don't know. And we also switched our playbooks too. Here's a crazy strategy that is really stupid that this works. Try it. I don't know if it'll work for you, but maybe try it if you have an underperforming defense. I like to run a 4-3 defensive playbook with a 3-4 layout, or like have the wrong defensive scheme. Sometimes it works out. Like, we're running the Bills defense with a 3-4 layout. We're basically the Bills here. Also not. And it, I guess, worked. We finished 8-2 or whatever. I don't. Another year of interesting simulation. It's against like terms of service to mod the game, right? Because I know there's a realism mod, but I don't think you're supposed to use that. I don't know for sure. I don't think you're supposed to, though. I might need to use it, though, if it's not against the rules. But Eddie Franklin, 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks. Cool. Bijan, 1,200 yards, 4.6 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. Blocking got better. Did we allow like 0 sacks through the rest of the year? This is about what it looked like at the midseason. Not even midseason, I guess. Well, it was the midseason, but it was through like 7 games, obviously, like 400 snaps, and hey, I don't want to talk about it. It was rough. But Okereke led the team with 111 tackles, TFL's 17 for Lawrence, 15 for Williams, 12 for Okereke. Really? Okay. 11 for Waddle, and sacks, 8.5 for Lawrence, 7.5 for Thibodeau, 7.5 for Chubb, 6.5 for Waddle. We had 6 total interceptions. 4 for Stingley and 2 for Simmons, and that's it. All right, cool. At least we made the playoffs. JJ McCarthy wins MVP with Dak at number 2. That's awesome. 5 of the top 6 for Offensive Player of the Year or division rivals. Malik Neighbors at number 7. That's cool. You would never guess who won Defensive Player of the Year. This is just the same game with a new coat of paint, literally. I was wondering if it would be a little different because I'm not using my normal rosters, but same Defensive Player of the Year every year. But Daniel Hyde at number 3 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's cool. And nobody up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year. At least we made the playoffs. That's at least one positive positive from this year. This game is gonna give me a heart attack at a really young age. I mean, we have a 92 overall team. The fact that you can even be 1-6 the midseason with that good of a team is crazy to me. Like, how? Did they playtest franchise ever? Have they ever playtested it? I don't know. The Chiefs caught us in terms of overall, so we're not alone the best overall team anymore, but we're still tied for it. But let's see, we have oh yeah, I promised we would get 30 sacks. Hey, I doubt that happened. Let me see. How many did we have? I would guess 20 from the numbers. Maybe not even that many. No, probably about 28. Oh no, we had way more. We had 35. Okay, so we did hit that. So I think we get something good. We get 2,500 XP for all of our D linemen. I wish we could get like negative XP. I wish we could make the team worse so it does better. Should I be bold here and change our offensive playbook? It really has not worked the way I wanted it to. It hasn't been horrible, but it has not been good, especially for how much talent we have. I know sometimes it's not great to change your offensive playbook this late, but I mean, why shouldn't we? We might as well try something. What's a good playbook other than the Chiefs? Because I don't want to, I guess we could go Chiefs. Everyone always tells me to go Cowboys. The Cowboys offense never works for me. You know what? Let's try the Chiefs. We'll see how that goes. But either way, you know, I've done my job here. This team is ridiculous. We achieved my main goal of building the best roster in the league, and we did pretty early on. I mean, by year 3, right? Wasn't it year 3 we already had the best roster in the league, and we have like one playoff win to show for it? But let's simulate possibly the final game of the rebuild. We deserve to win this game. We're 5 overall better than the Saints. But what's gonna happen here? Okay, we do somehow win. It needs to show what the score is. What was it? 26-14. We beat them by double digits. Beat them by 12. We'll take it. And now we are gonna be playing the big bad wolf in the divisional, the Dallas Cowboys. We have the same overall offense at a 93, but our defense is better. 3 overall better. So, I mean, again, we're close enough where it would be fair if we lost. But after what we've been through here today, after the torture that is simulation, we deserve a win. Am I being over dramatic? Absolutely. Do I care? No. Their DT has Oso Digizua developed more here? Or did they sign someone? Why does his mouth look like that? God. Oh, Mike Kilgore. Not a real person. Cool. We'll go, oh God, our lowest overall lineman. Pass block power, probably. Who is Mike Kilgore? 90 overall, year 2 player. He almost has 99 finesse moves. He has 97 playing up to a 98. That's crazy. Surely this game will go well, but let's see what happens here against the Cowboys to finish off this rebuild. Probably. Okay, no, we do win. You know what it is? You know what it is? We're a 9-8 team in the playoffs in Madden. That's what it is. Facing another 9-8 team in the Minnesota Vikings, the lowest overall team we've faced so far at an 86, but they're a 9-8 team in the playoffs in Madden. Unbeatable. It's like a force field. Wait, the Vikings only went 9-8? JJ McCarthy won MVP. How did they only go 9-8? I don't know. I don't care. What was the score? We won 41-35 against the Cowboys. Seems like our new offensive playbook is working so far. We'll see if that, you know, keeps up. Can we make the Super Bowl finally in the final year here of this rebuild? Let's see if we can beat the Vikings. And I thought we got eliminated, but it says versus Bills next week. Oh, I see it on the side over there. We won 34-31. Very close game. Our defense is really trying to kill us here. Our offense is really holding us up now in a good way. But like I said, we are going to be taking on the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. This is like a 90s Super Bowl or something. Were the Giants good in the 90s? I mean, in 1990, they won the Super Bowl, so I guess 1 year out of the 90s, but oh, that was against the Bills too. Okay, well, I guess that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. Super Bowl rematch here from like 34 years ago, but we have a press conference here. I'm assuming about the Super Bowl, at least I would hope. It is the right tackle, Dominic Pooney. Can I plead the 5th on that one? I don't know how he's gonna do. I didn't read what it asked. I need to learn to read. I just skip over them. Worked on pass blocking and it increased by 1. Wow, huge. But let's jump in here. We'll watch this game simulate against the Bills, and I mean, hey, as much as we've been through here, at least we can say, you know, hey, we were in the Super Bowl in the final game of the rebuild, no matter what happens. But here we go in the final game. There's so many flashes. Good Lord, that was bright. But of course, we are gonna be facing the Buffalo Bills. Not exactly the team you want to see in the Super Bowl, but they're not exactly known for playoff success. Wow, they are really bright. This game's hurting my eyes. The Giants are coming out on the field. The 9-8 Giants, might I add, but the best roster in the league. Greg Olson is, oh god, no thanks. Let's simulate this game out, and we will see what happens in the final game of this rebuild. So we score first to make it 7-0. I didn't catch what side we're on. The Bills tie us at 7. They get another touchdown, but we're driving and we only kick a field goal. That's probably not going to be enough. We are driving again. Another field goal. Can we get a touchdown, please? We do, and we get a 2-point, but the Bills score again. We tie them. They get a touchdown, and we are driving, but unfortunately, we lose 35-28 as our defense really let us down during the playoffs here, allowing probably an average of 35 points a game. Yeah, you're not going to win the Super Bowl doing that. But hey, we did what we could, and we achieved our main goal, thankfully, which is building the best roster in the league. So, you know, I had fun building this team. Not fun seeing it underperform every year, but it is very good on paper, thankfully. But if you enjoyed today's video, again, come back tomorrow, and we are going to be doing another one. Hopefully with a little more, you know, playoff success. But either way, it should be a ton of fun. But thank you all so much for watching. Again, be sure to leave a like if you want to see another one of the worst teams rebuilt. Either the Cardinals or the Packers, probably the Cardinals. And I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.